Good morning, everyone. I am so happy to see you guys again. It's been quite a bit. I've been trying to consistently post every couple days to 3 days max, but things have definitely gotten away from me. There's been other things around the house that we've been doing. So I know a few videos back I had showed you some paint samples on the house, and I told you guys that we'll be painting the house this summer. So for the week that I've been gone, that's essentially what we've been doing. So I've been helping my husband here and there kind of get the front of the house done. I think today he's working on the last coat, and I'm just going to be filming the video because it's just been too long and I really miss seeing you guys. So the color that everybody liked actually is that dark green, and that's the color that we picked. I may pop a picture in here just to kind of show you guys what it's looking like. I think this photo will be of the first coat of it. We had to prime. I think he sanded down some of the cedar shakes, replaced some. So it was a whole long process. So currently we have one side of the house completed, and then today and possibly tomorrow we should be able to finish the front, and then we'll move on to the other side. I don't think that we're going to start the back until next year because of the expansion plan and renovation that we need to do to this back room that I currently have my planting stuff. So for today, we're actually going to kind of take some notes for next year. So I want to measure some plants. I told you guys last time that my issue with my planting was where we have a lot of tall plants in front and then some really short ones in the back. Was I was planting based on the size guide that was given to me on the packet, but as you know, sometimes when you plant things in different areas, they could grow better, they could grow worse. So I want to kind of go around and measure the plants that I know I'm going to sow more seeds for, so I have a better idea of how tall they get in my specific garden. So that's the plan for that. And then I'm also going to give you a look at the fall crops. They have grown quite a bit since the last time that I gave a video overview. I'm also going to show you, I have a Arborvitaes order that I did from Great Garden Plants. They had a sale for arbs. I think it was $16.99 or something it was a 1 gallon container, and I'm going to tell you the specific Arborvitaes that I ordered. It's called Full Speed Ahead American Pillar Arborvitaes. They're supposed to get 20 feet tall and 5 feet wide. I think that's the one that I ordered. Let me show you a picture. Lady here kind of showing how tall it could get. So my plan is to put it on the top row of the rock wall to kind of give some privacy from the neighbors. Obviously, it's not going to be enough privacy because it would have to be really tall because they could still see from the second floor, but at least from our kitchen, when we look out, we won't be able to see right into their window. So I have that for the top of the rock wall, and then I'm going to purchase some other things. Let me give you guys a little bit of heads up with that too, in case you wanted to get something. Currently on Home Depot website and Lowe's, the prices are around the same, where you could purchase different plants. Right now I mostly see Proven Winners that has a sale. I think it's like 27% off, and you're able to ship it directly to your house. I have done it with a few plants already, and I've been happy with the plants. Some of them don't come as clean, where the soil itself around the plant is free of weeds and all of that stuff. I did have it where when I purchased my Limelight Primes, they did have some weeds on top, but I also only purchased a quart size container. That's how I purchased in order to get a great deal, and I have the time to wait for it to get bigger, so I don't need to purchase a gallon or 3 gallon, because you'll find that within a month or two the quart size becomes like a gallon size. So that's another thing. When I'm purchasing off these sites, I usually start with the smaller amount, which costs the least amount, and that way I'm able to get a few more plants and save a little bit money during that time. So let me bring you guys over to the fall crops and show you guys the progress, and also discuss a little bit things that are not going as planned. So here we have the yellow sweet Spanish onion, and you could see some growth here, and I'd actually packed it with 3 seeds per cell prior to when I was starting all the seeds. And this is a seed packet from 2023, and there was nothing coming up, and I didn't want to spend any more time waiting to see if something will come up. So I just went ahead and put a bunch of seeds in each cell, because I didn't want to hold on to it for another season, and the germination rate would be even lower than it is now. So I just put, like, I believe maybe like 6 to 8 seeds in each cell, and I'm just seeing if anything comes up. I see a few currently, but because the germination rate is so low, I don't think I'm going to have a bunch of onions coming up in the cells, which is why I did that. Same thing for the Ailsa Craig. This is a 2023 packet, and so far we only have these 2 coming up. I also went ahead and packed a bunch in it. Another one that's not here is the Globe onion, which was also 2023. But I haven't seen any signs of growth for that one yet, so it's still on the seed packet. I mean, it's still on the heating tray. Here we have the broccolis. This is the Batavia one. Look at all that growth. And these were just started at the beginning of August. So it does not take as much time, and I've been leaving them outdoors. I haven't been putting them under the grow light, because they have reached the stage where they're not going to just be plucked out by the birds. They haven't been bothering them at all, so I'm happy about that. I think I'm going to go ahead with this one and put some soil in this and pot them up separately. And then over here we have the Roebuck cauliflower, which goes all the way from here to here. And then we have some more Waltham broccoli. Here we have some Bell Star that I'm going to up pot today. And then we have some Brussels sprouts. We just have 5 of them come up, which is perfectly fine. The DeCinco, not as much. And then this one is another DeCinco. So I think this will be enough plants for me this fall. Because over here, we also have a little bit more coming up. We have the Waltham. I don't see much else popping up. And then we have the Batavia here. And I see some more popping up. Even this little one here, you could see is coming up. And then as far as the onions, this is the yellow sweet Spanish, and most of these came up. This is the one from 2023, and I surprised because from that same packet I was having issues. So as you can see, the germination rate is all over the place whenever you have a older packet of onion seeds. So you see the green growth on top. This is algae, and this is from me overwatering. Then we have the ruby red onions and the red Weathersfield. This was the rest of the packet. This is 2024, and I think we have I think it's only 4 cells from the ruby red that doesn't have anything, and then we have one from the red Weathersfield that doesn't have anything. So my plan actually is to take some of the onion seeds from 2024 and go ahead and start them, because I'm just afraid that I won't have enough, and if I have too much, I'll just go ahead and give it to my friend. So before I get off the deck and measure the other plants, I want to give you a look at the plants that I got from Great Garden Plants. This is the height that they shipped it, and this is a gallon container, and it's reaching 4 feet. So that's amazing. Obviously we had some damage with shipping, so then it becomes a little over 3 feet. You guys better look at it. Make sure you guys can see well. 1 second. So this is what it looks like, and I like how airy it is. We also have multiple stems here. There's actually 2. You could see one here and another one here. I don't know if you could see it well. If you guys have ever purchased cedar garland from Costco, I usually purchase it for Christmas. It smells just like that. The smell was more intense when it first came out the package, not as much now, but I am really impressed with this order, and they still have the sale going on. So if you guys are interested, and after you reach a certain amount, I think it's 125, they do offer free shipping, and then they also have different sales going on at different points. So I have the app downloaded so that I can keep track of that, and if I want to get something, I like purchasing from there, and I'll definitely purchase again. We have a few of the Saharas in here, and I'm seeing anywhere from 14 trying to stand it up so that I get the right height. 21. I went over here to measure the other Sahara black-eyed Susan, but we have a little visitor. Look. I went and got some tuna, put it in this plate. And then Leah, come here, Leah. Come here.
Careful.
Come to me right here. Leah is our little animal person. Turn around. She's being really cautious, and she's trying to teach me how to be cautious. She said because it's a wild cat, I don't see any collar, that means that it's not domesticated, and it could think that I'm trying to do something wrong and scratch me. So So she said to put the food a little bit of a distance away from the cat, at least until they get used to me or know what I'm trying to do. So that's what I'm gonna do. Right there, and there's the cat.
And if it's not walking to the food, it thinks that that's not food.
He's walking over.
Since this is new for him, he probably doesn't. Oh, never mind. Cats sometimes, not like this one, but cats sometimes don't like to be watched when they're eating their food, but I guess this one is okay with it because it's food.
Okay, all right, so we won't watch him. Okay. Nope. So the cat just left. And I think Ziggy picked up on its scent or either it's just in the back of the neighbor's yard, because Ziggy's just standing there staring in that direction. So this is the other black-eyed Susan plant, and we're looking at about 2 feet. So it runs between, I would say, 15 inches to 24 inches. These go up to 3 feet. They're pretty tall. I want to get some of these in the front. 6 inches. I'll call these big black-eyed Susans. I'm not even gonna try to dig up the tag from in there. Oh, actually I am. So this is the Indian Summer black-eyed Susan. I would say the salvia is around 3 feet as well. Wait, nope. They are close to 3.5. Ooh. Mosquitoes. Oh my goodness. Need to get out of here. So this is why I grow artichoke. Look how pretty that flower is. Wow. Oh, look. We have some dahlias here. Let me move this out of this way. Look at that. Let me get out of here. Put this down. So over here we have this black-eyed Susan. This one is crazy. So we're looking at about, yikes, like 43 inches. And then for the, oh, it's trying to trap me. For the Gomphrenias, we're looking at around 2 feet. So there's still a lot going on in the back right now because I think the cat is actually hiding in our wood pile. We have like a little, Max built a little, I guess, thing to hold the wood in the back. You probably see it in the videos. Is where I have my extra straw on top, and I think that's where they're hiding. So Ziggy right now is kind of sniffing around there, barking, all that stuff. So I think I'm just gonna leave what's happening down there, and I'm just going to go ahead and pot these broccolis and some of the cauliflowers while I'm while I have the time, because I'm going to have to go and help Max in a few minutes. And now I think the cat is in the woodpile area. You see Ziggy? He's like, oh, well, he walked away just now. But if you guys haven't seen my other video on how I up pot my seedlings, I use these cups, but I have used solo cups before, so you don't need to go ahead and buy these. Just use whatever you have on hand. And I use Vigaro potting soil. I have also made my own potting soil with a mixture of peat moss, cow manure, perlite, vermiculite, and sometimes I put a little bit of granular fertilizer in there as well. But I just pack the soil in, and the bag is underneath me so you can't see. This is the bag. So you want to, when you first start, you want to use seed starting mix, where it doesn't have like nutrients or anything, but you can also use potting soil to start your seeds if you just want to get one thing instead of multiple things. You can go ahead and use the potting mix. You just want to use a sifter and sift it so that the soil is more finer. And potting soil usually have like a little bit of sticks and all that stuff in there, although these don't have as much at all. So you want to just sift it so that it's nice and fine, so your seeds doesn't have any barrier when it's trying to come up. So you can go ahead and use potting mix. So if you find a nice potting mix, like this Vigaro is, I think I paid like $9, and it is 35 liters bag. So if you find something like moderately inexpensive like this, you could go ahead and sift through this and use this for your seed starting mix, and use it for when you're up potting as well. So that gets rid of one other thing that you have to buy. And in all honesty, I think it makes sense economically, because the one that I buy is the black gold, and I pay about $30 per bag. So I may go this route, or if I see a sale on peat moss, because peat moss used to be like $14, and now you're seeing it for like $26. So when peat moss was at that price point, and perlite, I would get it for maybe $12, and that was about 2 cubic feet. And the vermiculite, I would get it for about $8 to $12, 2 cubic feet as well. It made perfect sense for me to just make my own. But now that it's a little bit more, I guess it still kind of makes sense for me to make my own. But sometimes I just like to have things like this on hand for the days that I'm just not feeling like it. First thing I like to do is just get the tag over, and then this up here, I like to take my little tool, lift it up. Look at the roots already, guys. The roots is already an inch long. And then I just take my hand and I create a space, and then I just drop it in, and then I push it down a little bit more so that everything is covered except for the leaves. were some of the containers that I had already up potted with broccolis that had doubles in them, and I just went ahead and separated those, and now I'm just using the remaining soil to top up some of them. It was just so little that it felt really silly to kind of put that back indoors. But I got so excited to record a video for you guys that I completely forgot to do an outro. So I just want to thank you guys so much for your continued support. Thank you guys for watching the video. If you've made it all the way here, I want you guys to put a broccoli emoji in the comment section. Again, thank you guys so much, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.